Hi friends, welcome to this video. Today we're going to go over the 10 books that I read in January. And I am going to be using my phone a little bit because I don't think I actually own every single book, so I'm going to use it to help keep me on track. So the first book that I read is A Court of Silver Flames. I started this book, I think, in December. I was listening to it as an audiobook and I just finished it in January. I think I finished it like very quickly into January because I had read most of it in December. This is a part of the ACOTAR series, if you're not aware. I gave this a 4 stars. I thought it was really good, but it focuses very heavily on Nesta and she's not necessarily my favorite character. The next book that I read is Number of the Stars by Lois Lowry, and this is a book that I actually read in middle school, but I needed it to fulfill a prompt for New Year's-a-thon, and so I listened to that as an audiobook. I think I rated it like 4 stars or something, but I feel weird rating it because it's really like a children's book, right? And I know as a kid I really enjoyed it. It takes place during Nazi Germany and it talks about hiding this girl's friend who is a Jew and they're trying to get her somewhere safe. And I've always been really interested in the stories since I was a kid, and I still am. The next book is The Appeal. I gave this one 4 stars. I thought it was really good. Some of these books I read during New Year's-a-thon, so definitely go watch that video if you want a more in-depth analysis, but I definitely want to read more books by Janice Hallett. I really liked the format of this book, and I just thought it was kind of fun. You're trying to like solve a murder with these people, but you're doing it through emails and texts and things like that instead of actual prose. The next book that I read is Descender Volume 5. I have a hard time rating individual volumes because I feel like it's so short, you know, like you could read it in half an hour or something, but I give this one like 4 stars. It's kind of hard to talk about because it is the 5th book in a series, but I do really enjoy this series. It is sci-fi and it's about, you know, robots and things like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, I'm normally not, and I'm enjoying the story. The next book that I read was Where the Crawdads Sing, another one I read for the New Year's-a-thon. I really enjoyed this book. I know some people have complained that it's really slow, but I apparently love slow books, but it's slow in an atmospheric way, not slow in a boring way, to me anyway. I loved it. I don't remember if I gave it 4 or 5 stars. What did I give it? I gave it 4 stars. I think it's not one that like blew me away, but it was very good. The next book is The Tea Dragon Society, and this just holds like a special place in my heart. This art, honestly, is just so beautiful. It's just a really cute, wholesome story. There's tea dragons. Basically the dragons like grow leaves and flowers and stuff that you can use to brew tea, and the tea that's brewed can show memories, and it's just so cute and wholesome. I really want to read the other books in the series. This is definitely perfect for children. I mostly got it for the art because I love it. Then I read Lost in the Moment and Found by Shauna McGuire. I love every book in the series. I will always pick up these books and pre-order them at the beginning of every year. This one takes place not in the shelter, but in this girl's world. She goes to a world where all the lost things go. And I really related to the story, I feel like, more than the other ones. And I don't know, it was just really cool. It's just she ended up in this area where all the lost things went and people would come to look for their lost things, but there was also doors there and she could go through the doors and go to different worlds. So you got to see a lot of different worlds throughout this one, which I thought was really fun. Then I read Hellbent, obviously. I feel like this is one that's been talked about for a while. I was super excited to get to this after reading Ninth House. I listened to them both actually as audiobooks, but the audiobooks were really good. I gave this a 5 stars. I think I liked it better than Ninth House, and part of that for me was just that I knew the characters more and we were really able to get personalities from different characters and really develop those relationships that we have between Alex and other people. And basically they're trying to get to hell, right? So they're bent on getting to hell. And I don't want to say too much more because I'm not sure how to say it without spoiling what happened in the first book, but if you've read that first book, definitely pick this up. If you haven't, pick up the first book. It's very dark academia, kind of occulty vibes. It's great. Definitely a good read for fall and winter if you are a mood reader. The next book that I read was Shatter Me. This is a series that I feel like I've seen a lot of other booktubers talk about. Like, I feel like booktubers have like different areas. So like there's certain booktubers that I would kind of group together based on their reading preferences and styles. And there's one group that I've been seeing talk about the series a lot, so I figured I would try it and pick it up. I will say I wasn't super impressed by the first book. It's kind of lackluster. I didn't really care about the characters. The writing style is okay. It reads very young, but it also reads very quickly. So I figured I would continue the book series and just see how I feel about it as I go. The back of this book also contains a novella, so it seems like there's a lot of novellas, so it's like you get one main book and then a novella. So I also finished Destroy Me. I am reading this book as an audiobook, the main books anyway, because they're all available through my library's app, Libby, which is amazing. But the novellas are not. I've actually noticed that the novellas are only available as like an ebook format, with the exception of books like this that have the novella attached at the end. So I think all the novellas going forward I'll need to get on my Kindle. I think I rated Destroy Me, which is the novella, a 4, and I rated Shatter Me a 3. I liked the novella because it gave us the point of view of a different character, and it's the character that's kind of painted as the villain. And so it was really interesting getting his point of view and how what he was doing wasn't really bad in his eyes, and like get to see his perspective. I really enjoyed that. So I will be continuing this series. I wouldn't say it's like the best. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's good. And that is all that I read, and that's all I have to say. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!